lock, Shane McGuigan, agus over knee, Kyle Coney. Over a Jake, Kieran Robinson. Over a Hain Jake, Mark Quinn. Over a Joe Jake, Conan Campbell. Over a 3 Jake, Bonnie Bell. Over a Cahir Jake, Sean Hagan. Agus over a Craig Jake, Conor Rocks. Over a Dog, Damon Teague. Over a 3, Stephen Mullen. Over a Cahir, Jonathan Brown. Over a Coog, Ryan McBride. Over a Shea, Darren Bradley. Over a Shot, Keelan McCrossan. Over a Opt, Conor Gruden. Over a knee by Tierney. Over a J, Damien McLean. Over a Hain J, Aaron Gruden. Over a Dog J, Danny Lynch. Over a 3 J, referee is Fancy Gallagher from Chile. The linesman is Martin Sloan from Ireland.
Well, how are you? All right.
These are available at the end of the main building, and also there is a shop near the main.
Okay. Right, hold on. Right. Minor championship final. Well, we're here in Healy Park for this minor championship final between Ardboe and Omagh. We look first of all to our left here and look at the Omagh team in their huddle, getting the last few instructions from the management down there. We look at the team list and it says in goals, number 1, 16-year-old Conor Clark, full back line, Damon Teague, Stephen Mullen and Jonathan Brown wearing number 4. Half back line then is Ryan McBride, Darren Bradley and Keelan McCrossan. Midfield of Conan Grugan and Barry Turney. Half forward line is Damien McLone. The captain wearing number 11 is Aaron Grugan, and number 12 is Danny Lynch. 13 is Shane O'Neill, 14 is Tony McCann, and 15 is 16-year-old Ronan O'Neill. They are both side well. They've just broken out of their huddle. Last few instructions been received there from manager Gavin Devlin, and in goals for them wearing number 1 is Martin Corr. Full back line is Stephen O'Neill, and 2 Kieran Coney wearing number 3 and Simon Teague number 4. Half back line wearing 5 is Declan McKernan and 6 is Gavin Teague, the county minor star of course, and number 7 is Thomas Wiley. Middle of the field is 2 other men who are involved in the county minor setup. That's Shane McGuigan and Kyle Coney, 8 and 9. Half forward line is Kieran Robinson, Mark Quinn and Conan Campbell. And then the full forward line, 13 is Matty Bell, 14 is Sean Hagan and 15 is Conor Rocks. We're all set to go in this final. The referee Shane Doherty from Coal Island gets the game underway. Heavy shower of rain started here in Omagh as the ball is in the hands of Kyle Coney. Coney's distribution not good on this occasion, well intercepted and into the hands of Conan Grugan. Grugan looks up, kicks it left footed down in the space. The centre half forward and captain is Aaron Grugan. The white shirts, it won't be long until they're black to match the shorts. Good ball by Grugan over towards Keelan McCrossan. McCrossan in plenty of space, playing on his own home turf here. Gives a good ball inside there to Damon McLone. McLone cuts across, but the keeper gathers that one very easily, and the ball is out in the hands of Gavin Teague. Teague played full back for the Tyrone County Miners. He's fouled in there, so says Shane Doherty, and the free goes the way of the Ardboe men. Well, this is another classic East versus West clash. The men from Ardboe, the men from the lot, against the county side, Omagh, as that ball goes out over the sideline. It'll be a line ball, be taken by the full forward Tony McCann. McCann gets it in there looking for Ronan O'Neill. O'Neill cuts inside one way, crossfield ball, plenty of height on it, not a lot of accuracy. Up they'll go for it. Ball breaks down favourably to the midfielder Barry Turney. Turney goes for the opening score of the game. Turney registers the opening score of the game. Omagh lead by a point, and we've played just over the minute mark, and that opening score comes from Barry Turney. Well, the crossfield ball, nobody really went for it, and it broke very, very favourably into the hands of the midfielder Barry Turney, and Turney looked to the posts and split them for the opening score of the game. Omagh lead by a point. We've played just 1 minute. Kick out is taken. Referee spots a foul on one of the Dromore or the Ardboe players. Again, Teague delivers it long, but again rather aimless. This time it does reach Matty Bell of Ardboe. Bell goes to ground, needs support, finds support there. Teague again coming forward, playing lined out at centre half back, but he's playing midfield role. No ball knocked away from Gavin Teague, but Teague still holds possession. The referee judges that he was fouled, and the free will go the way of the Ardboe man. And coming out to take it is Kyle Coney, the captain of the team. Coney looking for movement inside, jinks it in there with his left foot. Good ball, easy picked up there by the corner forward. The corner forward is Matty Bell. Bell's shot is half blocked there by the cornerback Jonathan Brown. Well, it looked as if there was a block on that, but must have just spun off the boot of Matty Bell and goes wide, first wide of the game. So after 2.5 minutes, Omagh lead by a point to no score. One wide for the Ardboe men. Poor enough conditions here in Healy Park. Heavy rain. The ball in the hands of Ryan McBride. McBride gives it back, and then the ball's moved forward pretty quickly. Coming out to gather the ball is the Ardboe. Ardboe is Conan Campbell. Campbell goes to ground. He's fouled. Campbell wants to take the kick quickly. Not a good one. Straight into the hands of the Omagh centre half back, Darren Bradley. Bradley this time, route one, gives it plenty of power. Up to go for it. It's well broken down there, and Simon Teague comes out with the ball, gives it over to Thomas Wiley. Wiley gets over the far side to Gavin Teague. Teague in possession. Teague 65 metres out from his own goal. Teague still in possession, being held up there by Conan Grugan. Gives a good ball into space, but the corner back for Omagh is Damon Teague, and he picks up the loose ball. And well, there's a foul over there, so says the referee, and the foul will go the way of the Ardboe man. Something said to the referee, and he decides to bring the ball forward, and Kyle Coney will have an opportunity to level up matters. We're looking at the breeze now at the moment, and well, it's blowing crossfield, really not really assisting the other team as Coney goes to level matters, but he'll be disappointed with that one. And it's held inside there by Barry Turney, and Turney gets it out. Reading the kick out is Declan McKernan. McKernan does well, gives it forward again. Ardboe in possession with Conan Campbell. Campbell gives it inside, in towards the corner forward, Matty Bell. Bell feeds it back out to Conor Rocks. Rocks gives it over again. Bell in possession. Bell is pulled to the ground. Referee allows play to continue. Very scrappy. The referee decides that the ball was held for too long. And well, good defensive work there by the Omagh lads. They got round Matty Bell and Conor Rocks and eventually forced them into the foul. Good crossfield ball, finds Conan Grugan. Grugan solos with the left foot, kicks it into space, but this time again it's well read by the cornerback Simon Teague. Teague gathers the ball, gives it to his captain. His captain's Kyle Coney. Gives it over there towards Gavin Teague. Teague, a high long ball in. Well, a little bit of fouling inside. Referee Shane Doherty, yes indeed, spotted that free, or the foul there. The foul was on Conor Rocks, and the free will go the way of the Ardboe man. And it was the cornerback Damon Teague who committed that free. And well, this is a simple chance for the Ardboe man to level matters here. And coming forward to take it is 16-year-old Shea McGuigan. Shea, of course, brother of Tommy and of Brian, son of Frank. Kick will be taken by McGuigan. Kicks it right footed. The sides are level. We've Barry Tierney after a minute. And that levelling score coming from the right boot of Shea McGuigan. So 1 point apiece. Sun starting to come out a little here now, but it's going to be a day of sunshine and showers as we see a rainbow over the far side, over in the hills, the Gorchin Hills. Ball kicked forward, but it slips out of the hands of Ronan O'Neill and picked up there by Stephen O'Neill. O'Neill looks for support from Declan McKernan. McKernan is fouled, and the free goes the way of the Ardboe man. Looking to take it quickly. Good ball into the hands of Mark Quinn. Quinn gives it forward one more time, this time into the hands of Gavin Teague. Teague, well tackled, well held up. Referee judges that Teague held on to the ball too long. Good work by the Omagh half forward line, and in particular Danny Lynch on that occasion. He gives the ball back towards Conan Grugan. Grugan, left footed, kicks it forward again. Is well, a little bit of hole in there, but the referee allows play to continue. Ball is in the hands of Aaron Grugan. Crossfield ball, looking there for the corner forward Shane O'Neill. Shane O'Neill in the tussle here for the possession with Kieran Coney. O'Neill does well, gathers the ball 20 metres out from goal, gives it back out. An opportunity for Omagh for another score. That's an excellent effort from Omagh, and an excellent score, which puts the Omagh men 2 points to 1 in front after 7 minutes. That score came from 17-year-old Mark Quinn, or Aaron Grugan, sorry, or was it Tony McCann, full forward. McCann score at that point, good point from distance. Kick out taken. Free there. Foul on one of the Ardboe men. Free taken quickly. Omagh lead 2 points to 1. Played 7.5 minutes. Ball adjudged to be held too long there by Colin Campbell. A little bit of afters there, but linesman and referee go in and sort out that one. Not a good ball. Straight into the hands of Gavin Tague. Tague foul there by Conan Grugan. And some of the passing in these opening few minutes just hasn't been what you would expect in a minor championship final. But big occasion, big day for these young men as Gavin Tague takes the kick. Again looking to feed it into the corner, but the Omagh defence very much alert for that. The ball cleared into the hands there of Danny Lynch. And Lynch is fouled. Lynch takes the kick quickly. Ball fed forward again, but again good defensive play, that time by Shane McGuigan. And Coney gives the ball forward. Coney gives it down towards McGuigan. McGuigan scored a point a few moments ago from a free. This time he's well dispossessed. Good play there by Barry Tierney. Tierney gets it over towards Danny Lynch. Lynch gives it inside again. Omagh growing in confidence as this game is now 9 minutes old. Ball close to the sideline. It's Aaron Grugan, the captain of the side. Slips it inside there to Ryan McBride. McBride crossfield ball to Danny Lynch. Lynch over the far side of the field, trying to find Damien McGlone. McGlone close to the sideline. McGlone tackled there by Thomas Wiley. Gets away from him. Gives a good ball inside towards the corner forward. That's Ronan O'Neill, but Ronan can't gather possession. And it's gathered over there by the Ardboe defence. And the ball is cleared by Stephen O'Neill. O'Neill, not a good ball. Picked up there by Tony McCann. McCann scored a marvellous point a few moments ago. McCann gives it over to the corner forward, Ronan O'Neill. O'Neill, good ball inside. Looking there for Lynch, I think it is. Lynch goes to the score. And Lynch puts that one over the bar. And interestingly, that score all started with Danny Lynch, who was fouled very close to the sideline down below us here. And Lynch was on the end of that move. And he slotted the ball between the posts. And after 9.5 minutes, his side, Omagh, lead now by 3 points to 1. 3 different scorers. Aaron Grugan, Danny Lynch and Tony McCann. Kick out taken by Matty Corr, or Martin Corr. Ball breaks over the far side there towards Thomas Wiley. Wiley, again the Omagh rear guard playing particularly well in these opening few minutes, closing down possession, alert to anything that comes their way. And that's a good breakout from defence there by Caleb McCrossan, I believe it was. Doherty, the referee, awards the kick to Omagh into space again. Shane O'Neill going for it, very close to the sideline. Gathers the ball, O'Neill tries to turn his man. O'Neill still in possession, looks up, crossfield ball, good ball it is too. Inside towards the corner forward. The corner forward is Ronan O'Neill, and Ronan O'Neill puts that one away over the bar. An awkward angle for O'Neill, but he made little of that. Gathered the ball with his back to the goal, turned round, made a little bit of space for himself, and then slotted the ball left-footed over the bar. And really Omagh are in the ascendancy now. They've scored 3 points in the last 4 minutes. That one from corner forward Ronan O'Neill. So 4 different score takers as well, and the Omagh management will be pleased with that. Barry Tierney, Tony McCann, Danny Lynch, and this time Ronan O'Neill. Free this time taken quickly from Coney over there towards Tague. Tague slips it forward there, looking for Kieran Robinson. Robinson gives it inside again to Tague. Gavin Tague in possession. Dangerous high lobbing ball in there. Looking to fetch it is Mark Quinn. Quinn gathers it, goes to ground, needs support, has it there from Sean Hagan. Hagan again being closed down. The Omagh, brilliant play by the Omagh rearguard again. Well, that time was the midfielder, but this time Tague has it again. He's closed down, and really The Omagh defence are hunting in packs, and that time they clear their lines over the far side of the field, but that's a free. The referee wants a word with somebody. Well, it's an injury over there to one of the Omagh players, and well, the referee given time for the injury to be attended to, but really some of the defending by the Omagh rear guard in these opening 12.5 minutes has been nothing short of heroic. Great defensive play. Play resumes with the kick taken in there to the hands of Kyle Coney. Coney striding forward, 45 metres out from goal, slips it over there to the wing half back. That's Declan McKiernan. McKiernan on the left, but well, a rash effort from McKiernan, and that's wide number 2 for the Ardboe men, and they still trail by 4 points to 1, and we've played 13.5 minutes of this opening half of this minor championship final between Omagh and Ardboe. Kick out taken by the Omagh goalkeeper. That is 16-year-old Conor Clark. Gets good enough distance on it. 45 metres out for goal. Ball breaks into the hands of Gavin Teague. Handled plenty of ball in these opening 15 or 16 minutes. Coney's crossfield ball, rather ambitious and rather fortuitous, lands in the hands of Sean Hagan, the full forward. Hagan, 20 metres out, goes for the score. This time it's accurate. It looks, yes, the umpires go for the flag, and that's an important score for Ardboe and for Sean Hagan, because that narrows the gap to 2 points. Double scores here in Healy Park, 4 points to 2 after the opening quarter. Crucial score from the full forward Sean Hagan comes at a good time for the Ardboe men, because Omagh certainly were in the ascendancy. Kick out taken. Gain loose ball around the centre. Contesting the ball there was Mark Quinn. Eventually it comes to Barry Tierney. Tierney feeds the ball forward again. Omagh using the space. Ronan O'Neill gathers it. Ronan scored a point a few moments ago. 15 on his back. Still in possession. Looking to twist and turn. Still going forward. On to the left. This will be a quite magnificent score if it goes over, but it just drifts the left hand side and drifts wide. Well, it was an individual effort from O'Neill. He's only 16 years of age, but he showed plenty of confidence, plenty of poise there as he came forward. One thing on his mind was to get that shot away, but it drifted to the left hand side and drifted wide. First wide of the game for the Omagh boys. Ardboe have registered 2. Ball in the hands of Shane McGuigan. McGuigan over towards Gavin Teague. Gavin Teague, what a stalwart he was for Tyrone throughout their minor winning campaign. He played at full back for the most of the season. Playing middle of the field today. Gives the ball down there towards Coney, but Coney very, very casual in his play there. And the ball is in the hands of Caleb McCross, and he's trying to show a clean pair of heels to Kyle Coney. And eventually Coney fouls him. But Coney, much too casual there. Tried to chip that ball soccer style. Ball chipped in there, but the rear guard of Ardboe cleared the danger on this occasion. Ball over in the hands again of Gavin Teague. Handled so much ball in this opening quarter. Now he gets a good ball this time into space, looking for Conan Campbell. Campbell gives it down. Things opening up a little more for the Ardboe boys. Conor Rocks gives it down. Rocks is tackled very strongly there. Too strongly, I would suggest, by Jonathan Brown, and really the referee could well have blown that free much earlier. Brown very, very robust in the challenge there. The referee this time wants to have a word with Jonathan Brown, and he may well be the first to enter Shane Doherty's little black notebook. Yeah, yellow card there for Jonathan Brown. After 17 minutes, he enters the referee's notebook. And the free goes the way of the Ardboe men. Ardboe O'Donovan Rosses against Omagh St Andrews. Kyle Coney, left footed, crossfield Again, Omagh rearguard defended well, but did he drop it and touch on the ground? Well, the referee indicates that he did. Well, a little fortuitous there for the Ardboe boys. Gavin Teague takes the kick, slots it over the bar, and the gap is now down to 1. 2 important scores there in the space of 4 minutes for Ardboe. Sean Higgins from play, and that one from the midfielder Gavin Teague means that after 18 minutes the scoreboard now reads Omagh 4 points, Ardboe 3. Kick out again taken by Clark. Gavin Teague again on the ball. Kicked that point there a few seconds ago. He's back in possession, delivers a long ball, looking there for Kieran Robinson. Robinson close to the sideline. Robinson bounces the ball on the wet turf here in Healy Park. Didn't bounce up the way he anticipated, and the ball comes away from him. Coming out for the Omagh boys is Darren Bradley. Bradley then give the ball to Barry Tierney, and well, held the ball too long. Ryan McBride, in fact it was. The referee gives the free the way of the Ardboe man, and Kyle Coney will take it. Referee brings it forward a few metres. Coney, has he the distance? I'm sure he has. Now, has he the accuracy? It doesn't look like he has that. Certainly had the distance, but not the accuracy, and that's wide number 3 for the Ardboe boys. But they've clawed their way back into this game, and after 19.5 minutes, it's Omagh 4 points, Ardboe 3. Kick out again will be taken by Conor Clark. Clark gets good distance on it. Well held there by Caelan McCrossan. McCrossan loves to attack with the ball, striding forward. McCrossan has Danny Lynch with him. Lynch, wearing number 12, still in possession, gives it back there, and it's with the midfielder Conan Grugan. Grugan delivers it long, looking for his centre half forward and captain Aaron Grugan. That ball goes out over the end line, and the umpire and linesman agree that that's a 45 metre kick for the Omagh St Enda's boys. Coming over to take the kick be Barry Tierney. Well, he'll leave it for the wing half back Ryan McBride. McBride goes short, gives it to Tierney. Tierney back to McBride. McBride, will he go for the score? Well, dangerous ball, fist on it there, but intercepted and cleared, and out come Shane McGuigan with it. Find it difficult to clear their lines at this stage, but eventually it comes into the hands there of Kieran Robinson. Robinson gives it forward to Wiley. Wiley's tackled too strongly, says the referee, and the referee will want a word with Barry Tierney, and Tierney may well go into the notebook of Shane Doherty. Well, it looked a shoulder challenge, but the referee seen something more malicious in it than that, so he becomes the second Omagh player to pick up a yellow card. Jonathan Brown booked a few moments ago. Barry Tierney now booked. The resultant free will be taken by Shane McGuigan. McGuigan's ball looking for centre half forward Mark Quinn, but he slipped, and ball's picked up by Quinn's marker. That's Darren Bradley. Bradley gets it back to the full back Stephen Mullen. Mullen gives it over towards Conan Grugan. Grugan solos onto the left foot, delivers it long again into space. Coming out to gather the ball there is the centre half forward Aaron Grugan. Grugan looks up, gives a good ball looking for Ronan O'Neill. O'Neill has support from the full forward, that's Tony McCann. McCann drops it, but Omagh still in possession. What is the referee? Yes, he spotted a foot tackle there, and the free will be taken. Well, the referee wants them to hold up play for a few moments. He wants a word with one of the Ardboe defenders. Well, a yellow card there for that offence. It's the number 7, I think it is, Thomas Wiley. Yes, it is Wiley picked up. So a flush of yellow cards here in the last few moments or so. 2 for Omagh and 1 from Ardboe. And coming to take the kick, it looks like Shane O'Neill with 13 in his back. In fact, it is Shane O'Neill. And he becomes Omag's sixth different scorer, I think, or fifth different scorer. Shane O'Neill puts that one over the bar. And they now lead Omagh lead 5 points to 3. So Shane O'Neill free stretches the lead out to 2 points for the Omagh men, who are playing on their own home patch here in Healy Park. Kick out taken. Kyle Coney gathers the loose ball. Coney still in possession, looking to get away from Barry Turney. Coney still going forward, flicks the ball forward. Possession hard to fetch on the greasy surface here. Eventually Mark Quinn feeds it back out, comes the way of Gavin Teague. Teague looks up, delivers it right footed. In it goes. The Omagh rear guard again, particularly sharp to the loose ball. Stephen Mullen this time. Mullen feeds it back to Jonathan Brown. Brown looks up, gives it back to Mullen. Mullen takes a couple of shoulders, but eventually Omagh are able to clear their lines with great patience. Excellent play by the Omagh defence. Cornerback Damon Teague gives it over towards Conan Grugan. Grugan again, long direct ball in. Oh, brilliant layoff there, this time picked up by Shane O'Neill. O'Neill coming forward, he has a man over, he wants to use, goes for the shot. Well, O'Neill had a man over, but seen the opportunity to go for his own score. It was one of those shots that was aimed at the crossbar. This time it went over the crossbar, and O'Neill bags his second point in the space of a minute. But that really was an excellent move, all the way from the full back to the corner forward. Shane O'Neill, his second point of the day, means there's now double scores again, 6 points to 3 in favour of Omagh. And we've played 24.5 minutes of this opening half. Well, one of the Ardboe players looking for some attention, but the referee allows him to, well, he says now that he's delayed too long. And he's going to throw the ball up here, and this is an interesting one because the keeper was looking to see could the corner back Simon Teague get some attention, and the referee was taking no heed of that and told the keeper to speed it up, and when he didn't, he's going to throw the ball up on the 20-metre line. And contesting this one will be the man who scored 2 points a few moments ago, Shane O'Neill, and Kyle Coney. Doherty throws it up the Gopher. Knocked away, but back into the hands of the captain, Aaron Grugan. And Grugan slots that one over the bar. A fine score from Aaron Grugan. And, well, the spread of scores is something that is very, very impressive here from the Omagh boys. That one coming from their captain, Aaron Grugan. And he becomes the fifth forward and the sixth player in total on the Omagh side to register a point. And they now lead by 7 points to 3. 25 minutes played in this opening half. Gavin Teague gathers the ball 65 metres out from the post. Teague this time goes the direct route, but going over to contest it and win it again as Jonathan Brown gives it over there towards Ryan McBride. McBride close to the sideline, being closed down, needs support, still bounces the ball, gives a crossfield ball, dangerous ball this time, but bravely coming out and gathering that ball is the Damon Teague, and that's a free out to the Omagh men. 26.5 minutes played. Crossfield ball in the hands of Conan Grugan. Omagh leading 7 points to 3. Darren Bradley looks up, direct ball again. Oh, well held there by the captain Aaron Grugan. Grugan a chance for another score on the left, kicks it particularly well. He's now got 2 in the space of a minute. Shane O'Neill got 2 there in the 23rd and the 24th minute, and then Grugan says, I want a piece of the action, and Aaron Grugan kicks his second point in the space of a minute and stretches the Omagh lead to 8 points to 3. They've scored the last 4 points, courtesy of those two men, O'Neill and Grugan. And Ardboe in a little bit of trouble at this stage. However, they're in possession and striding forward for the O'Donovan Rosses. It's the cornerback. Teague gives it inside, still going strong. Did he hold it too long? Coney's shot is high, it's dropping. stopping over the bar. That's Kyle Coney's first score of the day. So the captain of Omagh scored at the other end a few moments ago. The captain of Ardboe has now registered a point for his side, and that's an important score because Ardboe hadn't scored for all of 10 minutes there. So that's an important score, which means there's 4 points between the sides as we approach half time here. 2 minutes to play in this opening half as Grugan comes forward again. Conan this time gives over the far side. Another effort on the post, but this time it goes to the right hand side and goes wide. That was Shane O'Neill had that effort. Eight points to 4 in favour of Ardboe, or in favour of Omagh, I should say. Ball kicked out. Again, loose ball. Who gathers it? Who's first to gather? It's the Ardboe men. This time in possession. Tackled strongly again is Shea McGuigan. Shea then kicks it outside of the boot. But again, the Omagh defence very, very strong, very purposeful, going for the ball. Good tussle out there. Gathered there by Thomas Wiley. Wiley gives it forward to Gavin Tague. Gavin Tague looking for Coney. Coney just about gathers possession, flicks it up, still in possession. Twists, turns. Did he hold it too long? Referee says no. Play on. Good strong tackling again by Jonathan Brown. And this time as well, it's a judge to be picked off the ground by Ryan McBride, and that's the second time that Omagh have been penalised close to the goals for picking the ball on the ground. And this is an opportunity for Ardboe to eat into that 4-point lead that Omagh have in this first half. And Kyle Coney, I believe it is, who will take the kick. Coney will kick it left-footed. Got a point from play a few moments ago. This time he gets one from a free. So the captain of Ardboe, Kyle Coney, a man who will be making his way for Australia in a few weeks' time, reduces the gap to 3 points. And those 2 points before half time could be very, very crucial as this game comes to, or this half comes to a close. Because rather than going in 8-3 down, it looks as if they may well go in now 8-5 down, as we have another minute of play of additional time in this half. Line ball over the far side, kicked rather aimlessly again, but well, it drifts to the intended target, and Ardboe have it, and still in possession there is the wing half forward, Colin Campbell. Campbell gets it out to Robinson. Robinson back to Coney. Coney to Tague. Tague goes to the score. Oh, off the upright. Well, good effort there by Gavin Tague. Ball came off the upright. Going for possession here. Great tussle over there between Sean Hagan. Well, the free goes the way of the Omagh. Oh, brilliant take there by Damien McLone. Lone gets it over there towards Caleb McCrossan. Crossan striding forward. Crossan, good ball, fists it forward. An opportunity for the centre half back, Darren Bradley. Bradley has support, gives it inside there towards Aaron Grugan. Grugan onto the left foot. Is it blocked on the ground? Was it touched on the ground? Referee says no. Great drama, great excitement as this half comes to a close. We've played 31 and a half minutes. Ball given away again. Oh, it's picked off the ground there by Caleb McCrossan. Well, conditions are difficult. You have to remember these lads, some of them just 16, 17 years of age, and conditions difficult. But really this minor final is living up to its billing. Has been a top class contest as the ball is fed forward towards Kyle Coney. Coney again tackled strongly by Barry Turney. Coney close to the sideline. That's a free, says the referee. Free taken quickly by Coney. Crossfield ball over there towards the midfielder Shane McGuigan. Shane McGuigan gives it to Conal Campbell. Campbell back to McGuigan. McGuigan goes for the post, but the keeper watches it all the way, gathers it in there, gives it out towards Damon Tague. Little bit of afterstown on the sideline down below us. Martin Slutton trying to sort that one out, but the referee calls for the ball. It's half time, and well, you can see the managers, the way they're reacting to this half. Well, they maybe should be trying to be more of a calming influence. We don't want any nastiness coming off the field here. We'll just watch this closely. Tempers becoming a little bit frayed there as we approached half-time, and still a little bit of nonsense going on, and really management of both teams should look at their roles in that they should be showing example towards those young players rather than maybe getting them incited as what was happening down there. But anyway, leaving all that aside, it was an exciting first half, and at half-time it's Omagh who go in leading on a scoreline of 8 points to Ardboe's 5. Omagh, he's only 16, that man. Alright, Joe. Second half just about to get underway here. Another shower of rain looks imminent. We had one at the start of the first half. We're going to have one at the start of the second. Omagh lead by 8 points to 5, and immediately the ball is cleared out over the sideline there and by Declan McKiernan. And it'll be a line ball for the Omagh men. The ball is in the hands of Conan Grugan. Grugan looks up, gives the ball over there towards Caleb McCrossan. McCrossan, left footed crossfield ball over there towards Damien McLone. McLone in possession. McLone's fouled. Referee awards the free. Free picked up there by Caleb McCrossan. Chips it forward there, looking to get the corner forward. Shane O'Neill into possession. The ball very close to the sideline. Goes over the sideline, and that'll be a line ball. Go the way of the Omagh men. Back there is the centre half forward, Mark Quinn, doing some defensive duties. Gives over to Thomas Wiley. Wiley fists the ball over there towards Conan Campbell. Came back into danger, but done very well. Gets it back to Quinn. Quinn feeds it forward towards Kyle Coney. Coney playing now in the half forward line. Coney looking to get Teague moving. Great ball by Coney in towards Gavin Teague. Teague for the post. Teague slots the ball over the bar. Great score by Ardboe. Excellent score there by Gavin Teague. That's his second of the day, and that reduces the gap to just 2 points. 8 points to 6. But that was a wonderful pass by Kyle Coney into the hands of Gavin Teague, and Teague split the posts, which means after 1 minute played in the second half, at its Omagh 8 points, Ardboe 6. Kick out taken there, and the ball there held by Ryan McBride. Bride gives it forward there to Shane O'Neill. O'Neill to his brother Ronan. Ronan has it. Ronan has support inside. Ronan still in possession. Good play by Ronan O'Neill. Goes crossfield, still in play, held by Caleb McCrossan. Off the upright again, back into the hands of Damien McLone. McLone should put it over. Well, McLone was the only forward that hadn't scored up to this. Well, make that the full set now for Omagh, because all of their 6 forwards have now registered a score. That one from Damien McLone, and persistence really paid off on that occasion. They had a number of opportunities, but eventually it came back into the hands of Damien McLone, and he puts the ball over the bar to leave it. The 3 points that were in between the teams, or that was between the teams at half time, 3 points still in it, as the ball is given forward there. Barry Turney, well, he's fouled there, and well, the free will go the way of Ardboe. Kyle Coney will take it. Coney will take the kick. Ball into the danger area. Well, that looked like a nudge, but the referee allows play to continue. The ball drops close to the goal, but the Omagh rear guard, this time with Ryan McBride, gather the possession, and McBride is fouled, and that's a free for the Omagh man. Kick taken. Good ball into space there, looking for Lynch, but Gavin Teague gathers the loose ball. Crossfield ball, looking for the full forward Sean Hagan. Hagan out in front of Stephen Mullen. Hagan goes to ground, 13 metres out, close to the sideline. Hagan strong in possession, bounces the ball, still in possession. Hagan chips it inside then, but the corner back, well, ball just jinked away there, and well, it was eventually pulled on there by Conan Grugan and put out over the sideline, and that's a line ball, or a 45 metre free, I should say, for Omagh. A couple of substitutes warming up there for Ardboe. Coney will take the 45 by the looks of things. No, in fact, he leaves it. Or is it Coney? It is Coney. Coney kicks it. Good effort from Kyle Coney, and it goes well. Flicked over the bar by one of the Omagh defenders, but we give the credit of that score to Kyle Coney. That's his third point of the game, as Kieran Robinson makes way. And he's replaced by number 23. That's James McDonald. So after 5 minutes played in the second half, it's Omagh 9 points, Ardboe 7. Those 2 points in the second half from Gavin Teague and Kyle Coney for Ardboe. And they're on the attack again with the aforementioned Gavin Teague. Teague is fouled. Free goes the way of Ardboe. Coney says, leave that one to me. Well, he put one over the bar a few moments ago off the ground from 45 metres out. This time he's going to take it out of his hand. When he kicks it, it'll be on the 45 metre line. Great effort by Coney, and it goes into the danger. Pulled on by the full forward, Sean Hagan. Well, really, he had more time and more space than he thought he had. And that ball, well, goes wide, and could be a costly wide. Another substitute this time. Omagh wish to make a change, and well, number 12 there coming off is Danny Lynch. And coming on is Turlock Gallagher, wearing number 18. So Danny Lynch worked very hard in the game. He makes way for Turlock Gallagher. Meanwhile, the ball is kicked out, and again Gavin Teague gathers possession for Ardboe, and he's fouled. And that time Caleb McCrossan committed the foul. This time the ball is fired in high again, well held inside there by the corner forward Matty Bell. Bell goes for the point. Bell gets his point. Excellent score, and the gap is now down to 1. Ardboe have really started this second half in great fashion. We've played just exactly 7 minutes of this second half, and Ardboe, who trailed by 3 at half time, have now the gap pegged back to 1. 9 points to 8. We really have a terrific match here between two very, very well matched sides. Kick out taken there by Conor Clark, not a great one, but it finds Ryan McBride. McBride takes the kick over the far side there, looking to find his full forward Tony McCann. McCann flicks it forward there towards the centre half back Darren Bradley. Bradley pumps it long, looking there for Ronan O'Neill. O'Neill, the ball breaks away from him, picked up by Aaron Grugan. Grugan, ball very close to the sideline over there, Shane McGuigan, but the linesman indicates that the ball has gone out over the line, and well, the line ball goes the way of Omagh and Ronan O'Neill. Ronan O'Neill gives a good ball in towards Aaron Grugan. Grugan on the ground. Grugan needs support, has it there from Ronan O'Neill. Well, the referee judges that Aaron Grugan fouled the ball, threw the ball instead of hand passing it, and the free will go the way of Ardboe. 8 minutes played in this second half. Ball gathered there by Shane O'Neill. O'Neill is fouled. O'Neill looks to take it quickly, does so over the far side of the field. Omagh in possession, they lead by 1 point. Barry Turney gives the ball forward. Omagh still going into the hands of Turlock Gallagher. Gallagher's first touch, flicks it back inside, not a great ball. Left the centre half back Darren Bradley with too much to do. Meanwhile, Turlock Gallagher comes in, makes up for his error, gives it back out. Ball this time, intelligent ball out into space towards O'Neill. Ronan O'Neill. Ronan goes for the score. Oh, brilliant effort from Ronan O'Neill. Well, he salutes the big Omagh crowd here when that was a quite magnificent score from Ronan O'Neill, his second of the day. His brother Shane has got 2. Now he has got 2. And that point from Ronan O'Neill means that there's 2 between the sides. 10 points to 8. 9.5 minutes played in the second half. Matty Bell delivers it forward for Ardboe. Kyle Coney goes to contest it. Well held by Tierney. Tierney gives it to Grugan. Grugan fists it forward. Not a good ball. Intercepted by Thomas Wiley. Wiley gives it over to Colin Campbell. Campbell gives it over the centre half back. That's Gavin Teague. Teague playing centre of the field. Delivers it inside. Looking to get Sean Hagan onto it. This time it comes into the hands of the corner forward, Matty Bell. Bell, not a great effort by Bell. Straight in the hands of Conor Clark. Clark gets it out there towards Stephen Mullen. Mullen delivers it long. Not a good ball. Again, Declan McKernan for Ardboe gathers it, gives it inside. Ardboe still in possession, look to thread it through, but again, well intercepted. Ball, but again given away. Quite a few errors this time by the Omagh rearguard as Gavin Teague comes forward with it. Teague bounces it. Teague gives it inside, looking for the corner forward. Conor Rocks. Rocks pulls across goal. Chance in the back of the net. A goal for Ardboe, and the goal came from the corner forward, Matty Bell. He got a point a few moments ago. This time he got a goal. Well, it was the corner forward, Rocks, who slid the ball across and coming in to slot it into the back of the net for the only goal of the game so far was Matty Bell with 13 on his back, and that puts Ardboe in the lead for, I would say, possibly the first time in this game. They have never led. They now lead by 11 points to 10, 1-8 to 10 after 11 minutes. Well, it really is all to play for now. And how important was that goal for the Ardboe men? They trailed 4 points to 1 at one stage, 5-3 at one stage, 8-4 at one stage. They trailed at half time 8 points to 5. They now lead 10-11 minutes into the second half, 1-8 to 10. Just a point between the sides. What can Omagh show now? They've been blitzed early in this second half by Ardboe. They came out a different side as the ball is given forward towards O'Neill. O'Neill over to his brother Shane O'Neill. O'Neill still in possession, goes for the point, but this time it drifts badly to the right hand side and drifts wide. Looks like they may well introduce another substitute. I see Mark Garrity going down there to warm up with number 23 in his back. Meanwhile, 24 for Omagh, or for Dromore I should say. Why am I saying Dromore? Thinking about it later.
Number 12, Colin Campbell.
Colin Campbell wearing number 12 makes way for 24. That's Mark Wiley. Ball deep in defence. Ardboe have it out towards Shane McGuigan. McGuigan close to the sideline, gets it over there, but he's fouled, says the referee, Shane Doherty. The free goes the way of Ardboe. 45 metres out from their own goal. Ball delivered forward through the hands of a number of players and into the hands of Barry Tierney. Crossfield ball, not a great one, but Tierney gathers it at the side. How many steps is he taking? Well, the referee allows him. Well, he's fortunate enough. A lot of steps. Free goes the way of the Omagh man. Conan Grugan will take it. Grugan, oh, not a good ball. Straight in the hands of Gavin Teague. Teague gives it forward, but again, the Omagh defence read the situation, read the danger. Jonathan Brown gives it over towards Conan Grugan. Grugan coming forward. Conan Grugan still in possession, closed down by a number of Ardboe players. Grugan does well, shows his strength and his pace and his power. Referee allows him to take the ball forward. Conan Grugan receiving a lot of instructions, however, gives a good ball down, kept his poise, give the ball down towards Ryan McBride. McBride has a man inside, that's the full forward, Tony McCann. McCann back to McCrossan. McCrossan's shot goes to the left and goes wide. That's 2 wides in the matter of a few moments there for the Omagh men. However, with 14 minutes played here in the second half, it's Ardboe who lead by a point, 1-8 to 10. A lot of instructions being bellowed out from the sideline. Tense occasion this for players, managers, supporters, parents, as this minor championship final of 2008 will be decided in the next 16 minutes or so. Shane Doherty wants to throw this ball up. Doherty waits for a number of the players to break out of the way. Between the two number 6s, that's Darren Bradley and Gavin Tague. Up the go for it. Tague wins it. Tague in possession. He's covered acres of ground in this match. Tague, well, he's pushed to the ground there. It doesn't please the Omagh supporters, but Gavin Tague doesn't mind. He'll take the kick. Crossfield ball, not a good one. Into the hands of Conan Grugan. Grugan, 45 metres out from his own goal, towards Shane O'Neill. Shane O'Neill needs to be closer to the goals, I would suggest. Crossfield ball, Ryan McBride. McBride gives it back to O'Neill. O'Neill, really Omagh are making hard work of moving this ball into the forwards. In the first half they were delivering long ball quickly. This time Gavin Tague dispossesses in towards Coney. Coney into the full forward, gets it in there towards Conor Rocks. Rocks tries to turn his man. Good defensive play there by Tierney. Ball eventually in the hands of Grugan. Grugan, good ball forward there, looking for Damien McGlone. McGlone has support, but again the ball is dropped this time by Damon Tague. Tague loses out. Ball in the hands there of Mark Wiley. Wiley gives it forward, looking for Bale, the man who scored a goal and a point. Conan Grugan has it. Grugan looks up, gives it back there towards Ryan McBride. McBride, crossfield ball, intelligent ball. Will it be intercepted? It is intercepted by Declan McKernan. McKernan, can he register a point? On the left, kicks it. It looks good. It is good. Excellent score by Declan McKernan. He read what was happening. He intercepted. He strode forward. He got it onto the left foot. He kicked it between the posts. His side now lead 1-9 to 10. And we've played 16 and a half minutes of the second half. Referee will hold up play until Thomas Wiley receives some attention down below us. Wiley fit to resume. Keeper takes the kick out. Omagh trail by 2 points. 1-9 to 10. Ardboe really hungry, really impressive in this second half. Mark Wiley gives it back to Thomas Wiley. Gives it forward again. Ball breaks what way? Favourably for Conor Rocks. Rocks with a chance. Very well closed down. Back to Coney. Coney gives it inside. Very tight. Manages to get it through. Excellent effort there from the substitute. The substitute is Mark Wiley. Brilliant score from Ardboe, and really they are on song. Another score for them and a score for Mark Wiley. They now lead by a goal, 1-10 to 10, and what an impressive second half this has been for the O'Donovan Rosses. Kick out from Conor Clark. Out it goes. Oh, brilliant take in the middle of the field by Shea McGuigan. Excellent catch by McGuigan, and really Ardboe are starting to dominate all over the field. Shea delivers it long. Up to go for the keeper. Little slow to come of his line. Gets the ball's kick out, but it's half blocked down. And, well, it goes out over the end line, and it will be a kick out for Omagh. They trail by a goal. 18 minutes played in the second half. Conor Clark take the kick. Good distance. Possession crucial. Well, again it's dropped, and again it's Ardboe sharper to the loose ball. Ball fed forward again. Another opportunity, this time for Sean Hagan. Goes for the score. Rather ambitious effort, but this time it goes to the right hand side and goes wide. Third wide of the second half for Ardboe. 6th wide in total. They lead on the scoreboard. They also lead on the number of wides. 6 wides for Ardboe, 4 for Omagh. "19 minutes played in the second half, 11 minutes to go in this championship final. Omagh need scores. They haven't registered one for, well, it's way back in the 9th minute, 10 minutes ago. when they got their last score. Referee wants a word with Caelan McCrossan. It looks like he's going to enter Shane Doherty's notebook. Barry Tierney and Jonathan Brown from Omagh picked up yellows in the first half. And just the one man from Ardboe, Thomas Wiley, who's picked up a yellow for the Ardboe men. The ball delivered forward, not a great ball this time from Shane McGuigan, but it's still close to silence, still kept in. Barry Tierney gets it out. Omagh coming forward again. This time it's Damon Teague. A little bit of afters down here below us on the sideline, but Caelan McCrossan now becoming involved. And really, that's where you need your linesman. But the referee wants a word with one of our Ardboe players. It's Gavin Teague, who picks up a yellow. Things just getting a little bit tense as Omagh make a change.
Number 17, Hugh Colton, replaces
Damien Midlone coming off, and Hughie Colton coming on. Colton wearing number 17. Meanwhile, the free will be taken, but well, it's very close to the sideline, and Colton's first touch isn't a good one. It was out over the sideline, and this will be playing into the hands of the Ardboe boys as Gavin Teague comes over to take it. He's in absolutely no rush. Try and find Coney, I'm sure, inside. Up it goes, drifting over there. Coney looks for the break, but is well held in there, and the ball eventually moved out by the cornerback Jonathan Brown. Brown gets it over to Damon Teague. Not a good ball. Why O'Martin kicking this ball out, I'm not quite sure. Picking up the loose ball is Matty Bell. Bell back there towards Declan McKiernan. McKiernan is fouled, and well, Kyle Coney will like the look of this one, I think. He will come out and attempt to kick another point for Ardboe, and if they get 4 ahead with 8 or 9 minutes left, well, I would suggest it'll be very difficult for Omagh to get back into it. Omagh have only scored 2 points in the second half. Kyle Coney, well, he went for it, but it was a very, very poor effort by Coney. So still that goal between the sides. 1:10 plays 10. 22 and a half minutes played in the second half. Omagh got their last score from Ronan O'Neill in the 9th minute. So they've now gone 13 minutes without a score. And really they're not winning the loose ball around the middle, and here's another one. Well, this time the referee judges that it was touched on the ground. There's an opportunity for Omagh to get some movement and get the ball going forward. Shane O'Neill. O'Neill comes forward again. O'Neill, a member of the Tyrone minor panel. Shane O'Neill, crossfield ball to his brother Ronan. Ronan O'Neill, 45 metres out, still Ronan O'Neill, but he will run into trouble. Gets it on the left, goes for the score, but this time it goes to the right hand side and goes wide number 3 in the second half for Omagh. Fine effort that from Ronan O'Neill. He's not afraid to have a go at the post, that's one thing for sure. That time a little unfortunate. The watch says 23 and a half minutes played in the second half. 6.5 minutes to go. Omagh need possession. Omagh need scores. They need the likes of the man who's on the ball now, Shane O'Neill, to be in possession. Crossfield ball. Ball knocked away. Picked up there by Caelan McCrossan. Is McCrossan fouled? Yes, indeed he is, says the referee. And this is a chance for Omagh to reduce the gap. And coming over to take the kick will be Conan Grugan, I believe. Grugan, by 15 metres out from the goal, it'll suit a left-footed kicker. This to reduce the gap to 2 with 6 minutes to go. Grugan kicks it. Grugan kicks it well over the bar. His first point of the day. And he becomes the 8th Omagh player to register a score. Or a hat on him to protect himself from the sun. Coming forward is Conan Grugan. Grugan still in possession. Grugan goes for the post. Grugan gets a point. Well, they looked as if they were in trouble a few moments ago. There were 3 points down, and Kyle Coney had a chance to make it 4. But back Omagh have come with 2 quick-fire points, and both from their midfielder Conan Grugan, which means there's just 1 point between the sides. The watch says 25 and a half minutes played. The big Omagh crowd getting behind their team. Ardboe 110, Omagh 12 points. Omagh in possession again. Centre half back Darren Bradley. Bradley 45 metres out from goal, gives a crossfield ball looking for Tony McCann. McCann has it. McCann feeds it back out again. Omagh still in possession, looking for support. Gets it there from Grugan. Grugan to McBride. McBride, well, that's a foot challenge there, and that's a free in. And that's a chance. This is a chance for Omagh. Who's going to kick it? Well, coming out to gather the ball is Ronan O'Neill. He's just 16 years old. He has a word with his brother Shane. Well, Shane, the older of the two, says, I'll have a go at it. What is he? Maybe 35 metres out from goal. This to level it. Here he comes. Kicks it right footed. It's on its way. Is it making? No, it's well held inside. Shane McGuigan, I think it is, who gathered it inside, but it'll come straight back into the hands of the kicker. That's Shane O'Neill. Shane O'Neill gives it over there towards Barry Tierney. Tierney coming striding forward. He has a man over. Ball eventually is in the hands of centre half back Darren Bradley. Bradley goes for it. Bradley shot off the crossbar, back in. What way will it bounce? It bounces the way of the Omagh men, or the Dromore men. That one came off the crossbar. Maybe it is Ardboe's day after all. The ball is cleared, very close to the sideline. Well held there by Shane O'Neill. O'Neill is tugged back there by Conor Rocks. Great excitement, great drama. We have 27 minutes played in the second half. 3 minutes to go in this final. Just 1 point between the sides. Darren Bradley coming forward. Bradley still in possession. Bounces the ball. Needs to offload. Does offload. Still in possession is Bradley. Who has it? Omagh have it. In the hands of Darren Bradley over the far side of the field. Looking to find Turlough Gallagher. Turlough Gallagher goes to ground. Going over there. Well, the referee judges there's a foul, and the free goes the way of the Ardboe men. Great excitement here in Healy Park. Can Ardboe hold on? 27 and a half minutes played. The scoreboard reads Ardboe 110, Omagh 12 points, all about possession, and Ardboe have it. Mark Quinn has it. Quinn gives it over, kicks it long into space, looking to find the full forward Sean Hagan. Hagan is fouled. Referee awards the free. Francie Gallagher, the linesman, coming on to the field of play. He will want to establish how many minutes will have to be added on. Possibly 2 like it was in the first half. Well, we'll know in a few seconds as Kyle Coney comes out to take the free. This time, will he go for the post? Will he try to work it short? He's in no rush with it. 28 and a half minutes played. He'll go for the score. Kicks it left footed. Not a good one, but it'll be kept in possession by the Ardboe men. And in possession is Mark Wiley. Wiley's shot is blocked down. How crucial will that be? Ball picked up or kicked forward. Very close to the sideline. Going down the contested. Well, he looked for the free, did Aaron Grugan, and he got the free. Grugan takes the kick in towards Ronan O'Neill. Ronan O'Neill, crossfield ball, not a good one. Ball deflected away. Ardboe in the shape of Declan McKernan gives it forward. As the 2 minutes, the board goes up 2 minutes. Thomas Wiley has it. Wiley gives it forward, but it'll be one in there instead by Damon Teague. Teague has it. Teague fists it forward. Referee awards the free to Omagh. They would have preferred to have kept possession. The cup is waiting down below us in the middle. It's in between Sam and Tom are down there. Well, the minor cup is placed among them. Who will it be going into? Will it be in the hands of Kyle Coney, or will it be in the hands of Aaron Grugan, or will it take another day to separate them? Ball fed forward. Omagh trailed by a point. In possession is Mark Quinn. Quinn gets it out towards McKiernan. Quinn gets it back. Quinn fists it forward towards Gavin Teague. Teague has it. Teague looks up, kicks the ball long, looking to find Bell, or I should say Hagan. Hagan gives it forward, looking forward towards Conor Rocks. Rocks has an opportunity to seal it. Rocks kicks it left-footed. Rocks kicks it. Oh, it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. The ball has gone wide. Well, Omagh still have a chance. There's 2 minutes of additional time to be played. 2 minutes of additional time as another substitute wants to get on the side, but Omagh have it. Omagh are in possession. Ryan McBride is fouled. Kick taken quickly. This could be last chance to learn. Barry Tierney, he got the first score of the game. Omagh need a point to rescue it. In possession is Aaron Grugan, the captain. Grugan gives it back towards Conan Grugan. Grugan still going forward. He will look to be fouled possibly. Still coming forward. Well, he's got the free. He's got the free. The full back is Kieran Coney. The referee wants a word with him. But who's going to kick the point? Who's going to take the ball? Who's going to go for the score? Well, this has been a brilliant minor final. It's warmed everyone up. A cold day here in Healy Park, but this game has entertained so many. Ronan O'Neill will be the man that will kick it. 31 minutes played, 1 minute of additional time left. This is it. Ronan O'Neill, he has 2 points to his name already. He's 16 years of age. He has 15 on his back. He goes short, gets it back. This is it. O'Neill jinks one way, on to the right, kicks it. Brilliant score from Ronan O'Neill. What a score! Well, this young man will remember this day. That's a quite fantastic score. Great confidence, great ability from Ronan O'Neill. He went short with the free. He got it back. It looked as if he had taken too much out of it. He decided to go short, to cut back in on his right foot, and he kicks it with some style over the bar. The sides are level, 1-10-13. The referee, well, the clock says there'll be 2 seconds remaining. It's all over, and the sides are level. They will have to replay this match again, and the large crowd that was here in Healy Park will have had no objections to that. Both sets of supporters get to their feet. Everybody on the ground starts to rise to their feet to applaud both these young teams off the field. It was a quite magnificent minor championship final, and I suppose appropriately it ends in a draw. It looked as if Ardboe were out of it, or Ardboe were trailing at half time by a considerable 3 points. They then went 3 points in the lead, but Omagh somehow clawed their way back into it. 2 points from Conan Grugan on that last point with the last minute of the game from Ronan O'Neill means that the sides finish level. Ardboe 1 goal and 10 points. Omagh 13 points. They'll have to replay it again someday to sort out where the championship title for 2008 will reside.